We're live. What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope you made it through the week. Hopefully the week wasn't hard on you. I had a rough one yesterday. I was 100% out basically all day. Had a bug that just knocked me on my butt, and then now Nicole has that bug, so now she's out today. But it was one of my coworkers' faults. I fully blame him, but luckily it was a quick one, and was able to get right back to work today. So now we get to stream as well. No rest. Tonight we are going to work on a new comp truck, but not for me. I don't have 3 comp trucks I need to get finished, so let's work on somebody else's junk. We're going to work on a comp build for Gunnar tonight, and he gave me a couple of chassis to choose from. One was this chassis here from Brazen Scale. This is a ATL chassis. He also gave me another one from like Nordic somebody or something other. And it's an interesting chassis as well. But not one that I want to, or I'm as interested in building with. I like the Brazen Scale one, so that's the one I'm going to go with. He's got some other supporting parts along with it, including some, who are these from? 1/10 scale RC, some of their servo and axle mounts. And that's, we're going to use that as well. Go to servo on axle, F10 portal axles, VFD trans, and see how this goes. I've got a Phoenix kit that we're going to use to steal some other parts from as well. No meat sticks for links. You know, we'll do what we got to do here. But I like this Brazen Scale chassis. It's one I've built with before, and I like the build. I like how easy it was to set up, and you know, that's what we got. So that's this. I think this is a newer version than the one I had. The one I had definitely didn't have the forward motor mount holes up here. We don't need these because we're going to use a VFD, which supports itself. And that's just going to be, the way that we got to go. I have 2 other boxes of parts. We've got some wheels and tires here. These are some orange bullies with some gunmetal rings and some scale lugs. These have got some brake weights behind them from somebody. I'm not sure who. The hex is built into it. So our offset is set with those. Hopefully those clear portals. Looks like he's pre-built the VFD trans for us. So bonus there. Feels like he's got plenty of grease in it. It's nice and stiff. What else we got here? We got a 10PX, a Futaba 10PX. This is one of those ones that was on the Amazon Japan deal. Which maybe you can still do. If you go and you log on in Amazon Japan, which is like .co.jp, you can buy, because the exchange rate of the Japanese dollar is so bad, what the retail on these things ends up being is like a couple $100 less than what the retail is here. So you can end up with a 10PX for like $400 or $500 versus $700 or $800. What else we got? We got a Reefs 777 in the box, 2106 GF for the receiver. The other half of our drive shafts, because that side's already built. Crawlmaster V2 ESC, the ESC wiring kit. This just says NSDRC, which I don't know what that is. It's either like the world's biggest BEC or I don't know. So maybe somebody else knows what that is. What do you even do with the 10 channels? You just slave all of your channels down so that you know your throttle's actually on like channel 7. And then we got the Holmes revolver to pair with that. What is this one? Oh, this is a team spec revolver as well. Bonus. Oh, look at that. Look at that pretty thing. Yeah. They're such good looking ones. The team spec revolvers. Oh, that is the voltage regulator. All right. Channel 9 is for the heated seats. Yeah. So, with the revolver in this, technically, so Gunnar sent along 2 Servo on axle mounts. This one here goes on top of the F10 axle, and servo goes right on top of the axle like you would expect. This one puts the servo behind the axle, but you can't run this with a standard VFD because it basically sits so far behind the axle that it would interfere with your servo mount. However, like in my comp rig, I'm running a mount similar to this that we machined at work, and I'm running a revolver. So what I did is I machined down the top shaft and took about 20 millimeters out of it to move the motor plate back to take up a bunch of this gap here. So we could technically do that. That's not exactly an on-stream modification because it takes a little bit of machine work, but it's a possibility. So we'll see how far we get, how things feel as we get there, and go from there. So that's the plan for tonight. Expect about 13% of that to get accomplished. So, y'all in? Y'all? Someone's making a ruckus outside. I don't have my noise canceling on because it was dropping out on me the other day. I could turn it back on if we start running the power driver a bunch, and we'll see if it cuts in and out again. Maybe it was just glitching that day. Anyway, how to modify VFD step 1 by a machine shop. Honestly, you can do it with super basic hand tools. You don't need anything fancy. I could technically do it in here, like with a drill and a Dremel, but I don't want to do it in here. You know what I mean? Like, I could do it with a drill and Dremel and all that, or I could go use my little lathe in my garage and cut it down and so, you know. Anyway, that's where we're at. Thank you, Gunnar. Gunnar, get my meat in your mouth, Nissen. Thanks for wasting your time building my crap. You're welcome. So, inside this box is a Phoenix kit. And inside of a Phoenix kit is parts we need to build another truck. And that's what we're going to do. Now, we're not going to use the transmission out of this because we've got a standard VFD, which is a better choice for a comp rig since you can't use the other functions in this particular class of competition. So, I have too much shit on the ground. Makes it more difficult to get to. We'll need the wheel nuts out of that. We need an A bag, and we'll need parts of bag C, and we need a B bag. And we need that one. We don't need drive shafts, bumpers and such. We'll come back for the extras. So yeah. Brandon, aka Boom. Love all your content, man. Thank you, Boom. I like that name best. Gunners, you know my meat in your mouth, listen. Tonight's code, hashtag Josh builds my crap. Let's start building Gunner's crap. And then we'll get on to, get that pinned. Thank you, Dana, as always. So you're going to use what, 40% of the Phoenix kit? I mean, Gunnar bought upgraded drive shafts. He bought that. We're going to use the shocks, the axles, we're going to use the skid plate, the links. So, I mean, maybe 40%, maybe a little more, but Percentage is hard to say. Oh, I also brought some extra parts for Gunnar that weren't in here, but he should use. So I have to grab my backpack for those, though. We'll give it a minute before I do that. I don't know if you guys have ever looked at the 10px, but I mean, you've got freaking 10 channels, right? So you got to figure out a way to use them all. So you got, you know, one button here, one here, one here, 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 underneath. Then you've got the body button here. This whole thing, you can press it against yourself to activate it. It's another button. You've got a little 3-position clicker right here. Up, down. Then you've got switch 7, switch 6. Was there more? I can't remember. Oh yeah, you've got this over here and here. Here and here. And that's 5 and 6. Okay, these are actually the same. So this is 5 and 6, and then 5 and 6. So not different. So, oh, and of course, you got this button in and out. Then you've got the dial up here. Oh, I forgot about the one here on the grip, the most obvious on both sides. Jarrett Kennedy, thank you. I have a Cliffheimer cab only. I'm willing to donate if you want to use it for C2 or C3. Thank you, Jarrett. I actually need to buy one to make cages for everybody. I need to buy that. I appreciate you would donate it. I could possibly use one for C2, but I should probably buy my own so that you don't have to. I mean, you donated $4.99 already. You've already got me a little bit there. Wait, what radio is this insanity? Futaba 10px. You know, I forgot about all these three here. And you can actually program them all to do the same thing if you want. All of them just turn your dig on. No matter where you go, what button you hit, it just does the same. That's a nice thing, is you can program any of the buttons to do any of it. It'd be funny if you just made them all do the same thing, though. So let's build some axles first. Shoot. My drivers are in the other room. I'll be right back. Hold on. I forgot I took them with me when I went to go drive the Arma. Just in case. You never know. Like a Boy Scout, always be prepared. Or what do they say? Okay. Original flavored buck with a side of dandy. Did you save the files for Matt's class 2? I think I would like to make one. You know what? I do have the files for that. However, Matt bought that model off of CG Trader. So, in all fairness, if you bought that one off CG Trader, then I would feel good enough sharing that one with you. So that, because it wouldn't feel right giving away someone's work for someone who didn't buy it. You know what I mean? But if you did, I'll give you the files. That's fair. But I did do quite a bit of modification to make it fit better onto a class 2. You should also have to ask Matt, I guess, because I did it for him. Am I going to Axial Fest West? Yes. It'll be, actually, Axial Fest West will be my 40th birthday party. So let's clear a bit of this up so we have some space. We don't need all of these things yet. We just threw them all on the desk. Definitely don't need the chassis yet, or the transmission. Okay. There we go. Not... We got 40th beat. I'm going to give you shots for you. No, thank you. Dang, you old. I know, right? Yes. So actually, maybe it's the day. My birthday is usually at Axial Fest, and I think that it falls on the same day. If I picked up my nursing home. Don't worry, I've felt 40 since I was 10. Okay. Let's get some gears put together. We're getting Josh. Not a freaking chance. Yep, I'm an 83 kid. I'll still call myself a kid because I play with toy trucks all day. Now act 10 after 40, right? I mean, I definitely do not act age appropriate. Sookie is going nuts out there. I apologize. Well, Nicole's giving her a whooping. I can hear it. Let's see. Will you come to Axial Fest East? I'd like to, but it's going to be so close to what's it called? Rocky Mountain Regional Championship that I don't know that I'll be able to make another trip east. Also, it's a little bit hard to get to. You know, not that bad, fly in and drive, but you know. So, anyway, but hopefully tonight is a productive night because, well, oh, so the other thing, Wednesday night after the live stream, I stayed up, got the other fender for the 911 loaded in the mold. All good. Went pretty well. And then Thursday, you know, normally you wait 24 hours to demold. Well, that was yesterday. And yesterday, I mean, whatever hit me like a truck. And I was absolutely out. I went to work in the morning and I didn't feel real great in the morning. Like a little bit of a headache and just kind of crappy in general. But I wasn't like, I didn't have a fever or feel, just like, eh. I was thinking to myself, I had 2 beers last night. Like maybe it's, maybe they hit me fun. I don't know. But no, that indeed was not it. So I went to work for a minute and I was there. I was just like, you know, I'm not getting anything done. I was like, I'm gonna be worthless today. I gotta go. So I left and it just kept compounding. Like my drive home, I was just like, I was feeling real bad. But I got home and I basically just walked in, I called Nicole and I walked in the door and I just laid myself out. As soon as I hit the door, I was in bed and I took off my shoes and that was about it. And I put an ice pack on my head. I was just trying to sleep it off. And I think finally by maybe 11 o'clock last night, it finally went away. But the whole point of telling that was the fact that I didn't end up demolding my fender. And I was late getting home tonight. I like got home, I set this up, and I ran out into the garage, and I was just like quickly trying to demold. Oh, is that suit? Should I try the noise canceling, or is that drill not like the absolute worst thing you've heard? Let me know. I'll turn on the noise canceling if it's terrible, but it's fine. Okay, that's good. Thank you. So, so I didn't ran in the house tonight after getting this set up, like trying to get the mold taken apart and this and that. And Nicole comes out to the garage. She's like, "You have 10 minutes before the stream." And I was just, and I was like, "Okay, you know what? You're right. I'll stop. I'll come inside, and I won't push it," because that is exactly how I would have put another knife through my thumb or something like that. And I was like, "You're right. You're right. I'm gonna not do that." Grease, meat sweats. Meat sweats, you are correct. Good call, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is what happens. I mean, it's for Gunnar. It'd have been fine. Let's see. Any issues from being in the mold too long? Ben, that is like that is my absolute fear. I don't know. I've never done that. So I do know that it had it was resined to my sawhorse pretty good. But I got it loose and got it. I don't know though. We're going to find out. I'm going to hopefully get it removed from the mold tonight. Kind of meat drippings for grease. Animal fat was actually used for grease in the olden days. It stands for a whale's vagina. Actually, it stands for Saint Diego. Agree to disagree. How many of these have I built? That's the question. Oh, so many. Josh trying to give us facts. Yeah. Never trust him. Never trust him. So, what I did, brought some brass knuckle weights home for Gunnar. These were machine samples that weren't going to get used. So I felt like Gunnar could use them. And they were just sitting on my desk, and let me tell you, my desk at work looks pretty bad. Just clutter. I got like this much room to move my mouse around. Hey, Team Garage Hack is here. I have to admit something about Team Garage Hack, and that is that somehow I lost my Team Garage Hack link tool, and it has been like a hole in my heart. I don't know how I lost it. It never goes anywhere, but somehow it has disappeared. So yeah, Chris, I'm gonna have to get another one, because that's a tool that cannot be done without. If you all don't have a Team Garage Hack rod end tool, you should buy yourself one immediately. Make one out of carbon fiber. You know, it's one of those things, like I could spend all the time to make it myself, or so I've been having to go the old school route. Like before I had a Team Garage Hack one, I had made one out of an axial dog bone that I ground the slot in deeper, put a couple of O-rings, well, some duct tape, and then O-rings around, and then I run it in my regular drill. And that's what I used for years before TGH made a machined one. So this is what I used in that same place, and it still works, but it's nothing as handy, and I can't use it in my regular drivers. TGH tracking inbound. Everybody go buy one from Chris now. They're the best. The tools as well as them. So, they're sold out. Oh! What screwdriver bits do I use? These are Traxxas. Comes in this set. And it's got 1.5, a 2.0 ball end, a 2.0 straight, 2.5 ball end, 2.5 straight, 3.0 ball end, 3.0 straight. And then a bunch of nut drivers as well. Great set. The tips are nice and long. I like the length of that overall. It's super handy. I've got the MIP ones at work. They're great as well, but I like these better. And so the MIP ones are nice. I just like the length of the Traxxas ones better. And they've been just as sharp as over even longer. So I have to say that's a pretty good quality tool. Premium Traxxas kit. That sounds right, Ben. Okay. Let's build some stub axles. Okay. Got that on. Oh, that's going to have to go through my outer cover. Oh, good. TGH says there's a bunch of them inbound from Ohio. So you'll be able to buy those again very soon. Good. Get on that list if you are waiting. I'm telling you, if you build many kits, or you've ever built links and absolutely hated the process, it is a lifesaver. It's a quality of life improvement, really. And what's that worth to you? So Gunnar's code work for those teaching. Let's see. Plus that 3D printed one. Yeah, I know. We need to. I feel like I could draw one of those up for people. That would be. I've pushed that one for so long, and they've been tough to get. So I feel like I should just draw one up and throw it on a website so people can download it. We could change it up enough to make it a new version. I feel like I've done well enough by it to make a new one. So, when your ball ends hang low, you know you're almost 40. God damn it, Gunnar. Oh, come on. Pin slid down. I'll print it right now if you draw it. If we get to a point tonight, we'll draw one live. Because no better way to end a stream than by running everyone off by drawing something live. It's You can't stay. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Come on. There it goes. Okay. One of those done. Build another stub. Something better than MIP? And you say... Yeah. Hey, Traxxas doesn't pay me anything to promote it. I like these tools better. I don't have... The MIPs didn't come free. These didn't... I just like them better. I'm not saying that MIP tools aren't as good as Traxxas tools in general. I'm just saying, like, for those speed tips, I've not found a set that I like better than the Traxxas ones. And, like, the company I work for makes tips like that. So, if I was going to say anybody, I'd say ours. But I still use the Traxxas. So, now for normal wrenches, I run ours. But, for tip, I'm just saying. You don't have to agree, but I'm obviously using one that's not my own, so I'm using the one I like best. I think they are the 8710 Master Bit set. That sounds correct. Trust, if you think anybody's paying us to say these things, that is not how this RC business works. The most I get paid to say anything is from somebody like TGH right now, who paid me $5 to say, I'll boot up now and you can bring me on and I'll draw one while you talk. I mean, build. Listen, I have two different setups between this live stream and my Skype live stream. So last time I tried to do that was Matt, and he was in his boxers, and it was very awkward for everybody. Josh is saying nice things about Traxxas because he's afraid of their legal team. The most Traxxas has ever paid me is like giving me things like that UMG 6 or, you know. It's not paying, it's supporting. Exactly. Like Ewin paid me to say that this chair is the best chair that has ever been. I mean, they didn't tell me to say that. They sent me a chair, and I said, I'll talk about it for 2 weeks. And then they're like, okay, cool. And then they're like, will you talk about it more? I was like, not if you don't pay me more. So then they paid me. That's how that works. And I was like, but you also have to give one away to viewers. So there you go. You mostly use your nicer camera in studio and mostly video work. So yeah, this is my A6400 and it just stays in here. It lives its life hooked up to AC power, hooked into HDMI. And that's not because like I wouldn't, it's just because it's so much of a hassle to like take it out, put it. So I was just like, this one lives in here. It only does this. I don't know if it's ever, I bet it's taken less than 10 photos ever. So it is for video. And it's really just a laziness thing. Josh, do you have any experience with Onshape? My laptop won't run Fusion 360 and Tinkercad is like trying to make fine art with crayons. I've never tried Onshape, no. I don't know anything about it. I don't know that I really have heard much of Onshape. Yeah. I don't know that I can be of assistance there. So we're gonna put some, we're just gonna drop the grease right in the top here. right on top of that there gear. This is the wrong side. Whoop. So there we go. Oh, also for Gunnar's comp rig here, well, Moose Jaw dropped off a whole box of bodies tonight. For Gunnar, not for me. And in there is, I believe, a comp body. I think there's a cliffhanger in there, right, Moose Jaw? I believe that I peeped that. Yes. There is our body. $43. So that's the body we're going to use. Ridge Wallet, the best wallet that sponsors RC YouTubers. And I used that wallet for years before they sponsored the show. So that's one I also don't feel bad about. Yes, and the SBG Harley Camtech. Yeah, I saw that in there. We'll need to show that off, I think. Okay, little grease in there. Joker 510714. Hi everyone, excited for Mount Diablo event tomorrow. What you building, Josh? Just received a shortened VFD slipper eliminator from guys selling them on Facebook. I saw somebody selling those as well. If Gunnar would have bought one of those, I wouldn't have to do it myself. No. But I will. I'll build it myself. And yeah, I can't make the Mount Diablo one because our local comp is happening this weekend as well. But, whoops. Since the last time I tried to run it, we got rained out. I am going to comp with the Top Gun radio. The Hot Boy, right? Hot Boy? No. Hot RC. Yeah. Just gonna Eye of the Tiger the whole time. No, wait. What's the Top Gun song? That's not Eye of the Tiger. So, this absolute piece of garbage. But it doesn't rattle like number 1 does. Number 2, we fixed the rattle. Danger zone, Eric. Hot Boy, better. Yeah. That's what I kept calling it at work. Hot Boy RC. I brought it into work because we were testing some radio stuff. And they're like, stop using that thing. I'm like, what? Listen, Hot Boy radio here. Oh, they hated me for using that thing. I'm like, what? You don't like this? Their Betty V video of this comp. Absolutely. I'm going to... trust me, that is the only reason I'm running that radio, is for video. Otherwise, like, let me tell you. So, I'm going to grab an M4 screw shaft out of my bin because the other one of these is in the drive shaft bag, which I haven't opened. But we're going to put this on now so we don't lose a bearing or any of that. Get in there. How much money would I need to pay you to change your channel to Hot Boy RC? For how long? Because, you know, like, did any of you see Linus Tech Tips channel got hacked yesterday? Bad day. Crazy that a channel that big, that stuff can happen to. Just name it Hot Boy Designs. I can still use the HD then. Oh, man. Love getting emails from security companies about the LTT stuff. Oh man, that stuff like makes my gut drop. Like, what'd I do with the other axle bag? Did I put it away? Yes. So, does it annoy you that live videos don't show up on your main channel page? I mean, I don't know. Like, not really. Honestly, the live videos, like for me, are just about while they're live. After the fact, if people watch them, great. I try and go, one thing, if you ever watch one of these videos after the fact and there's a commercial like every freaking 2 minutes, just comment on there, remove the commercials, and I'll absolutely 100% go do it right away. I have to wait until after the video's up there and then go back and turn them off. And sometimes I forget to do that. And if you ever run into that, just comment. And I will, as soon as I see it, I'll go turn those commercials off. Like, I'm not trying to make that revenue off of live videos whatsoever. The live videos, they're my favorite thing to do. If they made a channel grow like a regular video does, they're all I would do. But it doesn't really work out that way. So instead, so really, it's just like, for me, it is for the people who come join live, and then whoever wants to watch after the fact, great. And you know, I'm not trying to have the commercials on for you. Like, it drives me so, like when I go back and I see that they're on like that, I'm just like, oh, because I can't imagine if someone truly wanted to watch for whatever reason and they sat through that, I would feel freaking horrible. Gunnar, get my meat in your mouth. Listen, I have to read that every time. Okay, Satisfied will sponsor a month of Hot Boy RC. Joker 510714. Hopefully it doesn't rain like last time it poured on us. I know. Also ensure coworker records vertical. Oh my, yeah, the good meeting at that one too. Yeah, it was good meeting. It was wild how hard it rained that day. Absolutely wild. So I'm hoping that doesn't turn out that way, and hopefully we get a good video. I'm gonna make sure that I have all of my cameras this time, because last time I left my GoPro on the bench. So annoying. Yeah. Can we get extra ads? So anyway, but yeah, that's my feeling on that. Josh loves these videos because he doesn't have to edit or plan. That is 1,000% true, Alex. And the other thing about live videos is you can just answer questions and talk randomly. It's like, you don't have to decide the content. People come in and just ask questions, and that makes things so much easier. I feel like something fell. I don't know what it was. We'll cross that bridge, I guess, when we get there. Any chance of Vanquish parts coming with decals, Josh? I mean, sometime, I don't know, maybe, but it's not something I push for. I don't know. I know people like it. I just don't. Like, it's one more thing that I have to cost into things. It's another BOM item. I'm just like, I don't know. So, yeah. Josh, do you believe in aliens? I'm not gonna. Like, no. But, like, I don't think that I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to blame weird stuff on aliens. I think we're weird enough that anything we see is probably something that one of us is doing. But I don't know. Shit's weird. You know. The only alien I think I know is Sookie. She's a freaking alien. Nicole sends me texts all the time about, like, she's waiting for the mothership, doing something weird. Tom Havel, Sourdough Jack, what's happening? Here's your next Dutch Bros. Cheers. How many lifetime point do you have? You know what? I don't do the points thing. As much, yeah. I don't do points many places. I don't know why. I feel, and every time I don't, I'm like, I should do that one, and I never ever do. So yeah, if I got stickers in every I'd have a file cabinet full of stickers. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's one of the. I get it. I get how people like stickers. It's probably because, like, I personally don't like stickers. To me, I'm just like, eh. But I know that that's not. It's like some people just stickers are what, and I get it. I just, yeah. But it's just like a whole logistic. And then, like, what happens if someone doesn't get a sticker? Do I have to send them a sticker? And does, like, I get that, you know. Josh, I bought a new water bottle. I need stickers, Alex says. Now, I know I need to do channel stickers too, and Nicole knows that. But again, I need a sticker now. Oh man. Some of the emails we get at work are amazing. Just don't do pens unless they're the same ones that are. If we give out pens, it's going to be from a point system, and in the end, you're going to get yourself a nice TWSBI here, like a 580 diamond here. This is the type of pen that I would like to give, but again, it's going to be several thousand points before you get it, and it's going to come with a fine nib just in case. The Pilot Irzoka ink. Stop spelling TWSBI. What am I supposed to say? Twisby? I don't like saying Twisby. So, yeah. Okay. We did not put the last screw in there yet. There it is. Please help. Does anybody know if the VFD twin bearing on the spur gear shaft is supposed to move like 2 millimeters back and forth in the aluminum lightweight motor plate after everything? Nope. You're missing something. You could be missing, let's see. You could be missing a bearing inside the trans case. You check that. Or actually what you're probably missing is the little 2 millimeter spacer that goes between the slipper lockout or the slipper disc thing and that bearing. There should be like a 2 millimeter plastic spacer. So what's the conversion to Shroot bucks? The same as the conversion from unicorns to leprechauns. Is disc thing an industry term? It depends on the industry. It does work in RC and in the frolfing community. %70 of what I buy I get from A-main, so I wouldn't earn very many Vanquish points. Well, if you're a fan of Twisby pens, that's a bummer. It's a universal term. Frolfing, what the heck is that? Frolfing? Frisbee golf? Which is not what you call it if you're into Frisbee golf. Then it's disc golf. And they're not Frisbees. Get hit by one, you won't call it a Frisbee anymore. Now you just like saying Twisby. It's like LARPing. Is that like ordering frings? Excuse me. DK. I got it. I saw it before you retracted it, DK. You called it disc gold instead of disc golf. Next cat name, Twisby. Disking per all my D-bag friends. Oh my god. Ball golfers think they're the only golfers. I am more of a ball golfer than a disc golfer, but I have disc golfed before. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. I thought it was fun. Granted, I think I had like 3 discs or something like that. Ball golfers is my new favorite term. Isn't golfing on balls called frolfing? What the... Oh, that's why it wasn't fitting very well, because there wasn't a bearing in there. Ball golfing is why those old men don't wear shorts when they play. I mean, you can't be mad at them. There's so many disc golf courses out here. It is crazy. There you go. Perry G, thank you. I will only refer to it as ball golfing now. We're gonna go ball golfing. You know, I can't say that I'm mad at the term ball golfing. It makes sense. Where is Nicole? I meant to make my mom mad. Unfortunately, I got Nicole quite sick yesterday, and she's paying for it today. Yesterday was my turn, today is her turn. My last time I was disc golfing was in college. I yelled ultimate for the first throw and was never invited again. Listen, ultimate golf is way different than correct disc golf. Ultimate frisbee is also legit. But I have never ultimate golfed. Honestly, it doesn't look as fun as frolfing because it looks like a lot more exercise. MKBHD does it, so it must be cool. LARPing golf? There's a lot of diving for what looks like no reason. It looks like they just dive to dive all the time. You can't ultimate frisbee without a no fear shirt. Hand the competition paintball guns when the other dweeb is teeing up. Here's some money for the next Hot Wheels car. Thank you, David Ferris. I did see the Redline collection today. They were teasing a new Jaguar coming out on Monday. I'm like, ooh, I like the looks of that one. I think I might have to snag it. Let's see. Hey, look, Gunnar put the set pin in that one. Wasn't that nice of him? I don't have to steal another one. He did it on that one, not the other one, though. Consistency with this guy. Let's, put this on, and I'll catch back up with comments. Hey, there's sound now. Did you forget to turn your speakers up? Or do you hear the guy weed eating next door? How annoying is that? On the Phoenix RTR, is there grease from the factory? Yep. Should be in every one of them. I work for a golf cart business driving a semi that hauls 24 carts at a time all over the east coast of Canada for tournaments. They don't just have carts already at the place where they do the tournaments? Weed eater. It's low, but okay. I hate when people take care of their lawns. We removed the yard in the back here and went to rock. Bonus. No more mowing. I've got a box of Hot Wheels for you, Josh. Oh, that's a terrible idea. My speakers sound like Josh. I hate it. All right, good to go there. Get rid of these. So, front and rear axles are done. Transmission is already done. So now we have links, shocks, chassis. What's Matt say? Lick it, stick it, see you later, bye. I feel like tonight we're gonna throw on the servo mount that makes this the easiest for us. Because if I just say, you know what, I'll do that part later, we know that that just means it's not going to happen. So let's just try and make Gunnar a runner truck instead. We need a longer screw there. By about 3 millimeter. That's too long. That one will do. Fart. Blind Guy RC, thank you. Hey man, thanks for the tip today. I ordered some proper VP standard hex drivers. I love Hot Wheels. Matt cements dolls. Joke aside, it's all worth it. Thank you. Much appreciated. So, we got his servo mount prepared. Is that going to line up? Yeah. We do have his servo already, so we could stick that in place. Francesco, what's going on, sir? Another comp rig? Hope we'd meet again this year. What happened to 2023 Nats? I didn't have any info about it, so no plan to fly to the States yet. Yeah, there's no info about a Nationals at all yet. I don't know that it's going to happen this year. So instead, that's why Matt and I decided to plan on this event called the Rocky Mountain Regionals. Ooh, I can't put it that way. The 7s would be upside down. We're going to have to go that way. So, hopefully, we see you again soon, my friend. I'm almost out of washer head screws, but I do remember that there is a bunch in the kit. So, geez, I'm out of lock nuts. Did I bring... I feel like I have another baggie of lock nuts because I'm gonna need those. I definitely do, but here's some at least. I was pretty sure I brought a bunch home. Hopefully I run across those here. Annoying. Oh well, we're in okay shape still. All right. Oh, big green tratter. Who makes the servo mount? Is there a link for it? This is made by 1/10 RC, the number 1 and then 10th spelled out. I don't have a link for it, so I can't help you with that right off. I have seen their website, but I didn't buy this. Gunnar did, so you may have to Google that one. Use the Google box. Okay. All right. So, servo in place. The 7's the correct way. It's kind of a weird optical illusion that it doesn't line up, but I guess we'll get to that later. That upper link screw mount will kind of pull it down. BT is in the house. What's going on? Good seeing you back. Hopefully everything's been smooth sailing lately. Okay. We did that. Now, we need to build some links. My trash box in here is getting a little full, unfortunately. You know what happens when your trash box gets full? You put it into a bigger box, and then that is your new trash box. Wreckfast after, guys. Look for Josh on where the hell did I go, sir? I know. Can't. We'll see. Hopefully hopefully everything smooths out for the connection, but we'll see. You never know. So we're going to build all of these links because we're going to use the VFD skid, and that will still give us the proper wheelbase. Look at baby Josh clean shaven. You know, went and got a haircut. Went and got, that's the nice, go in there, and I did fall asleep in the barber chair while I was in there. A lot of hair to cut off. And of course, also, I'll do like the hot towel and then straight razor shave. Put that hot towel on there. It's out every time. I'm awake. So, where's little Nikki? I got her sick yesterday. I gotta admit, really enjoying the little TRX4M. Just came the other day, ordering the Holmes motor for him. Might get a few more. Yeah, that's the TRX4M is a hell of a car. Really is. Big green tratter. Bought the ones. Thanks, guys. Okay. Can't remember what was it that you needed. I can't remember. The barber should just start eating chips near Josh's ear. That'll wake him up, right? Yup. Sure would. I don't know that Jamar knows that little peeve of mine. So the barbershop I go to is near my shop. It's called Suave Barbershop. And it used to be, it was not called Suave Barbershop. When I started going there, it was just called Barbershop. That was all. It was owned by a guy named Frank. And Frank was like old school military barber. And he was not good. Unfortunately, he was not a good barber. But these new guys bought it. His name's Andrew, the owner. And he cleaned it up, made it super nice. And so now I only go there. And I have the same guy cut my hair all the time, Jamar. And he does a great job. Was his last name Barber? It could have been. Every time you would go in there, he would tell you the exact same story. Every freaking time. And it wasn't just me. Like, some of the guys from the office would go there as well. Does he tell you that same story too? Like, yeah, every time. Like, yeah, it's the worst. So, yep. Buzz cut is the only cut you need. I know. I cut my own hair, save a few dollars. Yeah, it is expensive to have your hair cut, but to me, it's worth it. Oh, that drill is noisy. Yeah, I know. That I know. But it will go a lot faster if I use this. Crew cut high or tight. That's what we do here, hippie. Yeah. I mean, I could just have Nicole do it at home, but like, it's convenient. I go there, it's like straight razor shave and all that. It's super relaxing. Making the neighbor's dog bark. I know. I'm going to close the window. Does it have a barber's pole? It's a really good question. I don't know. Okay, we're closing the window. Until they put the dog inside. Does it have a nice dance pool? I did see the guy almost get carjacked in front of it one day. If that gives you paint a picture of like how the area is. I did mention it was near the shop, right? I was sitting in there and I was getting my hair cut, and all of a sudden I look out the window of the front and I see a guy in the car and another guy just come flying in and just punch the guy right across the face, and then they're like struggling together and the car backs out like, and all of a sudden the one guy who was driving gets out and like runs away. Like, what is going on? Turns out that the guy who was in the car was stealing the car, and I don't know how he got the keys from the guy whose car it was. The guy whose car it was the owner of the cell phone store next door. So it's liquor store, cell phone store, barbershop, Baskin Robbins. But I don't know. But yeah, the guy got the guy's keys and went to go steal his car, and the dude runs out, decks him. They get in a little scuffle, and yeah, he didn't lose his car. The best barbershops are in sketchy neighborhoods. I think so. Best barber shops, sketchy neighborhoods. Best salons, not so much. Oh, my neighbor lady got one of those poles for working out. Whatever pays the bills, Kristen. But they're good for drum. Bodega, yeah. I like a petty when I get trimmed up. Oh my God. I'm not taking my feet out in a barbershop. Missed a super chat. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Big Mountain Customs. Thank you. How do I get my Phoenix RTR to not jerk in reverse? Interesting. Go into the radio and give it negative expo just to start. That'll help smooth things out. If you're in like the high overdrive, it's gonna make it more jerky anyway, just because of how it's like binding itself up. But I don't cut my hair. I currently have a man bun, and if everybody didn't already know that Alex had a man bun, I think they assumed. How's the Peloton program going? I fell off a little bit here. I had some pretty, I'll make a little bit of excuse. Partially ankle related, but that's feeling pretty much better. And then also Class 1 Nationals build a little bit. But getting serious about it again. It's going down now. My numbers are still good when I get back on it. I can still do good numbers, so I haven't fallen off from too much from my daily routine, but I need to get back to that 3 or 4 times a week at least. Let's see. More hair equals easy to like. Yeah. I tried the long hair thing for a little bit. Thought I might have liked that. I couldn't do it. I have an issue setting up the dig servo. Burned up 4 so far. Trying to... Ooh, you got to turn the EPAs way down first. Turn them down to like 10%. Then ease into them. That's the best. You got to make sure that move it and shift under power until you get it to the extents. Yeah, don't turn your endpoints way up. because you can burn servos up for sure. Do I know anything about drifting gyros? Nope. No, I do not. Let's see. Do I not have a regular driver in here? No, I don't. If I had a regular driver, like a long 1/4-inch drive screwdriver thing, will this work? Oh, it goes too far in. Let's see if I can make it work. Yeah, that'll work. So these were made to run like a screwdriver bit in there so you could put it onto your drill. I never normally used it like that. I normally just used it the regular way, but really don't want to. Anyway, where's the TGH tool? Dave, I talked about it a little bit earlier tonight. I lost it. I don't know how. I don't take it anywhere. And yeah, somehow I lost it. So TGH was in here earlier. I admitted my failure to him so I can get a replacement. Caution, hair before you cut hair before using that link tool. Oh god. So cat stole it. That could be. Did Nicole use it for some non-intended purpose? That is fully possible. Like my body reamer that she used as a center punch, but just right on a metal table. Just put it on the table, hit it with a hammer, and just. Yeah. Damn it anyway. It's under the van body that the cats play on. No, that is clear, so it would be clearly visible. They still use that van body. That's the most use that Proline van body has got from anybody. Because you put one of the... Sookie will get under it and just sit there. Just stay there. She can be there for 30 minutes. It's ridiculous. That's why I said she's an alien. I use a body mirror. Oh god. The fan body is her safe place. Yeah, because Chief will come up and be like bat at her a little bit. Most used RC body in the house? Probably right. I mean, if you're talking about like time of actual occupation or use, I think it would be super hard to argue with. Okay. I shouldn't put that away. I need that. Okay, let's put a litter box in the van body she'll never use. No. We use the litter robot. I refuse to replace that. Okay. Oh, how did I put a link half on? What the hell was I doing there? weird? Those van bodies are still wanted. I don't believe you. Okay. Now we're done. Put my screw. This is one of those screwdrivers where it's got the Phillips, and now it's a straight. Ooh, it's got a bunch of different bits in there. Big fat straight. Let's see, just so handy, changing out drill bits so quickly. Oh, it's a different one. Thomas Bielzik, thank you. Are wheels or trucks of fortune running in the near future? No, not on their own. We still have Wheels of Fortune up with the Phoenix kits, but that's it. Sorry, what was that again? I have a great screwdriver, the LTT screwdriver. Alex, the peer pressure in me, or the desire to want to support creators, has made me think about buying that a number of times. Do it. Okay. I'll do it. I do like what they do. LTT is no good for RC, too thick. Yeah, but I don't even really plan to use it for RC. It's just like a, you know. Oh, that one's too long. Just for in general. Okay. God damn it. LTT is terrible when it comes to RC content. Not enough. Yeah, they only do fire trucks. RC fire trucks, and that's it. Like, where's the rest? We should go content on all their videos. We need more RC content. We're waiting for a follow-up to the fire truck. Who's that guy? Oh, Gunnar gave me an upper link mount riser, which I don't know if it's needed or not, but I've never necessarily thought about adding more in a squat, but we'll give it a shot. Why not? Okay. Alrighty, so upper link mount is in. That just raises where the upper links screw in. So it's to increase anti-squat, whether you like it or not. Alex, you're not much of a Gamers Nexus fan. Interesting. While Gamers Nexus is very thorough on things, I appreciate how they go through making their processes of testing stuff. Whether or not it's all the best or correct, I don't know, but I really appreciate how they do the process to try and make things consistent. Okay, so links on those axles. So now the other thing is that I'm going to put the lower links on the front. I'm not going to put the upper links on yet because we do have to go to 4-link, and I'm going to put the axle into the chassis before we decide on what we need to do for upper links, because there is a chance that we need to either build new links for those uppers or what. don't know why I decided to screw this one in by hand. Just felt like it. Get them brass weights on there, shit gets clunky. Okay. So we have that. Technically we need to build shocks, but I'm going to say, oh, I should put the drag link on here at least. I'm going to say let's not build the shocks yet, just because I don't want to yet. And mainly that's why. I'll build them in a minute. What makes LTT so amazing? Looking at it now, LTT is just an informative channel. I just like I like their content. Their quality of content is unreal. I mean, they put out so much. I mean, they're a huge company now. They put out so much high quality content. Even if I'm not even super into all that kind of tech, but I still watch most of their videos. You know, they did a video yesterday or today about the all the different types of like Raspberry Pis, and I don't have any need for a Raspberry Pi, but I still watched the video. Like, I don't even know why. I just was like, oh, I didn't even know there was a shortage of Raspberry Pis. I didn't know that there was a scalping market on Pi 4s. I didn't know that there was 4 versions of Raspberry Pis. But I know if I'm going to buy one now, I'm going to buy the new orange one. I'm not going to buy one, but you know. So, again, if you weren't here at the beginning, we're going to be building with the brazen scale chassis. Because I like the chassis. Gunnar gave me 2 options, and this is the option I chose. But Gunnar did build me the transmission, which is great. However, I don't see the skid plate for it in here. I have the skid plate from the Phoenix that he included, but that is for a VFD twin, which is not the same. And there indeed is not one in here. Which means I'm going to have to check. Not in the toolbox. We're going to have to check the boxes. There might be one in box 3 or 4. This is box 4. Success. Shoot. Nope. That is a VFD twin skid plate. Damn it. It's a Vanquish drift wheel that never got released. It's got a spur gear stuck in the back of it right now, but look at that. Never released them. I only have one, I think. Okay. Gonna have to try box 3. Not looking good, Gunnar. These are all new parts, and I don't remember having any new ones. Anybody need an original axial SWX chassis? Fart. Let's see. This is a problem? Damn it, Gunnar. I can't. I find it so hard to believe I don't have one here. Okay. Build him with a VFD twin. But I've already got this transmission built. Oof. I'm wondering if can I get this mounted up? Ugh, no, not even close. Not even close. Damn it. Okay. What can we do here? I've got to have one of these freaking things around, right? It's silly to think that maybe I do. Un momento, por favor. Okay. Success. This is my mock-up chassis for building out in the shop. This is like how I mounted the chassis stuff. Okay. Oh, I better close the door so the cats don't. Okay. to steal my own chassis. Don't need those parts anyway. Josh, have you seen the random ads on Facebook for the Wazer? Yes, for a while. So if you're not familiar with what that is, it's like an at-home water jet cutter. And I mean, like, it seems like it would be pretty cool to have, but it's like $10K. Like, and honestly, if I'm spending $10K on a new tool, I don't know if I could do it. Like, it would be nice, but if I feel like $10K would get me most of the way to a proper CNC mill for home. And that's what I would like. Like a Tormac or something like that. Like every YouTuber's first CNC mill, right? But 10K is a lot. So, you know, I feel like, I guess I don't know 100% how I could possibly justify it. But I have looked. But for that kind of money, that would sure buy a lot of laser cut parts and, you know, so it's just like, I can't see that one ever happening. If I was spending 10K on like a single tool that wasn't a CNC, it would be like a super high quality scanner, like a Peel 3D or something like that, because that type of tool you could make real money with a high quality scanner like that. I mean, a high quality scanner, a high end computer, and you know, I mean, for like contract engineering type thing. You know what I mean? And while I don't do a lot of that, if I was going to put that kind of money into a tool, I would be doing something like that. So, there. You've got 100K of RC stuff in that room. I'm not saying 10K isn't possible. I'm just saying that that's a lot of money. Like, a lot of money is a lot of money. And when it's liquid, it's much harder to justify. You need to have a big YouTube channel before you end up with that kind of swing. You know, something like Matt's channel. Would you pay 10K for a gyro drill if you didn't own those? Most expensive tool that you've purchased personally. I'm thinking it's the Stepcraft. I can't think. I'm trying to think if there would be anything that would be more expensive than that. I don't think that there is. That Stepcraft was like $2,200, something like that. Plus shipping and all that, it's probably close to $2,500. I can't remember for sure. It was a while ago, and it was absolutely the most money I'd ever spent at that time. And I never would have spent it if Ben didn't talk me into selling the Woods Runner and the Class 1 in a package. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. So it's Ben's fault. 100% Ben's fault. I even called Nicole at that time. And I was just like, okay, here's the thing. So I've got these two trucks. One of them I was going to sell. The other one I was not going to sell. But he's offering me this much. And if I sold them both, then I could buy this tool that I want. And Nicole was like, you should do it. It's like, okay. So Nicole was partially the bad influence. Ben was the other. But I feel like owning the CNC at home has been such a huge difference in capability and quality of things that it's allowed me to do. So I don't regret it for a second. So 10K into a Gladiator would be awesome, just saying. Right. Skid backwards. No, these are the forward motor mount holes. That's the front axle. No? Unless you're saying I'm wrong, I don't know. But pretty sure those are those two items, and I can't see them going a different way. Okay. Okay, put that there. Where does the TRX 4000 live these days? It is at my office currently. I bought some stuff for it recently to build a new, to build some of the next parts for it. Do carbon fiber rails make a difference? I mean, there is a difference. They are a stiffer rail, so I mean, yeah, it does. It's just depends whether or not that's what you want or not. The ATL Pro that the ATL that I had was also G10. Link fell down. It's not a perfect lineup on that link, but it works out well enough. I think I did the same on mine. Just put her in there once or twice and she'll go back in easier next time. Life lessons. Why haven't any RC companies made a skid plate named Skid Vicious? Oh. That's how I became a dad. Okay, now we've got what do you call this thing? Transmission. Drive shaft 1. Drive shaft 2. Okay. We're in solid shape here, boys. And what did I do with the other drill? Oh, they're both right there. I'm going to go with a slightly shorter. Yeah, that feels about right. $12mm. $12mm heater. So, looking good there. What I am going to do is I'm going to take off that spur gear cover. We don't need that where we're going. And what we need to do is look at how these things line up so we can determine some upper links. And look at this guy here. Would that build work with AR-45 portals? Yes. That is actually how I had mine built first. Well, not AR-45 portals. I had AR-45 straight axles with this chassis and this trans. So yes, it would work. But we're going to line up this link here. And that does line up, luckily. Don't fall out, drive shaft. That was close. So we're using one of these. Your original was a V1, that's a V2. Yes, that is exactly the case, because mine didn't have the forward motor mount stuff. But beyond that, I think all that other geometry stuff would work just the same. Get down in there. And really, the geometry constraints would be with the skid plate and such. I don't know why that's being such a bitch. All right, we're going to call it about right there. That's fine. So I need to adjust that angle to about there. Okay, so this is just that adjustable link thing I have. So you loosen that set screw and you move it to the length you want, and then you just lock it in. So then once we've got that, we got this little link measuring device. Of course, you could always just use calipers, but I don't want to. 105mm eye to eye, so a 90mm link. That should be easy. I should have plenty of those. Alrighty. 90mm link. That will be in the 80 to 90mm box, or 80 to 100mm box. I guess we could use that some more. What did I say it was? 105? That is far too short. Too short. That looks like a 90. What does that one put us at? Oh, that one puts us at 109. That's a 4 mil too long. That's a titanium. Oh, that one's perfect though. That's our perfect length right there. It just happens to be a 1/4 inch titanium one, which I don't know if I can give Gunnar my good 1/4 inch titanium stuff. That would work though. That's 3/16 titanium at least. That's a 90. Exactly. This other one was a little shorter. Too long. Too long. All right. Hey, Matt's in here calling us names. Rude way to introduce yourself. Well, that's another one of those that's a few millimeters longer than I would like. I'm sorry about the not having noise canceling for this part of the stream. It's the sound of titanium. It's the new least downloaded ASMR track. You know someone is enjoying ASMR aspect of it. I should have just dug all these out by now. Matt, we've already renamed the channel tonight to Hot Boy Designs. Okay, screw it. He's getting these that are 2 millimeters longer. It'll be fine. Fine. We're in good shape. No worries. So, those are going to be Gunnar's upper links for the front. Put our link measuring device to the side. Although I've got to take the rod ends off this and put that. Okay. All right, the dog's stopped barking next door, so I'm going to open the window back up. Hot Boy Designs and Assemblers Guild live stream. Since it's going to be 40. Yeah. I got a few months before I turn 40. What link measuring device is that? That one was made by us. It's not one that's for sale anywhere or anything like that. It's a super cool, handy deal, but not exactly a... I don't know that it's exactly a marketable thing. It would be an expensive tool for such a simple and rarely used item. Okay, so let's wing these rod ends. I tell you, sometime in CAD you can 3D print one for... Yeah, you could do that. That would... 3D printed one wouldn't be the worst. Put BP on it, we will buy anything. I'll take a look at it. Maybe we can make one work. I'll see if Mike will make it. You want to finish my Rancho build for me? Nope. Sure don't. I don't need any extra builds. I shouldn't be working on this one, but the things I have to do on my class 1 right now are outside the ability of what I can do on a live stream, at the moment at least. So, 1 down. Ever going to build that plane? Adam, shut your mouth. I don't know if I am ever going to build that plane, especially if I go through with the plan of selling everything. Keeping, I think what I'm going to do is after Road to the Rockies, I'm going to go through and I'm going to seriously look at every car. And if it's like any other car I have on its own, then it should stay. But if, do you hear that like dog like howling like a coyote? But if it's a car that I don't run or anything like that, then I sell it. I sell everything, and I keep, I'm guessing 10. I can keep 10 cars. And I'm not saying forever. I'm just saying I start over. Like I sell everything but 10 and then just start over. So I think it would be good to clean house, get rid of all the stuff that's just here. And then just start over. And it's just a new, we just start looking at a new batch, you know, and I don't replace all of them right away. But why? Because I've just collected so many and I don't, like, there's no way I can drive them all. So a lot of them have been here and haven't been driven in 2 years or more. I know I've got a TRX4 Sport out in the garage that for sure hasn't been driven in over maybe 3 years. Maybe 3 years. Like, why do I own that? I don't need it, obviously. And I should just sell it cheap and move on. Like, a lot of them are going to be in a weird state, and I don't care. They're just going to go how they are. If I can find the radio, who knows? But that's it. But won't you end up buying it again? That is the thing that I can't say. Like, I can't use that as an excuse because that's how I ended up with all this shit. Instead, I just need to sell it, and if I need it again in the future, I'll buy it. Whatever. But beyond that, I obviously don't need it. Do I need another TRX4 Sport? No, probably not. Why did I have that one? Who freaking remembers? It's impossible to say. So, if I'm smart, I just SCX6 too. So, Eric, that's like that was my caveat. Like, if it's unlike anything else I have, then I keep it. So an SCX6, I have one of that. I keep my SCX6, great. You know, I keep cars that I like. I don't want to say can't replace because a lot of things can't be replaced in the way that you say. You know, like the TRX6, the 6x6 super fast. Like, do I need to keep that? Is there any reason I need to keep that? I could build another one. Am I going to? Probably not. You know, it's like, okay, sell it. Maybe. I kind of like that one. But yeah, a lot of the ones that you see in here don't count because these are like the ones that have made it into here. But this is 14 of probably 100. So, purge, right? Purge and then like let's see where things go. Gunnar, get my meeting around. Listen, build that plane. We've got dogfights to have. Gunnar, in reality, I should just buy an RTF and we go dogfight, because that would be absolutely worth it. That plane, probably not the one I should have had for dogfighting anyway. I bought that on a whim anyway, so like I don't feel that bad. I don't see the S66 in there. That's true, because it's the size of a freaking Power Wheel. And, oh, you know what? Ruh-roh, Shaggy. Because this is the V2, it doesn't have the adjustment in the front upper link mounts. And because of that, we can't run a 4-link on this side because of the position of the drive shaft. So what that means is I have a couple of options. I can either make a plate to mount upper links, draw it and cut it out of carbon, or convert this to 3-link and not run the servo on axle. That is a hiccup in our giddy up. Show. Upper links have to go on the outside is another option. Oof. No, that would not work and get us clearance. Not without like really wonky bent links. And the easier thing to do would just be build a plate that goes up, which would not take me long. I mean, these are these are shock mounts from the V-Speed. Two-link. Gunnar can handle it. Would that work? That lines up. Not ideal. It would almost work, but not ideal. So how do I want to handle that? Servo and axle is going to be the better performer for him. No matter what servo mount we go with, it causes that same situation. What route to go with? Cutting that upper link mount would be the easiest way. Would keep it fairly simple. Nobody said you had to build this truck right or good. But that's going to be a problem on both sides. Go pan hard. If I go pan hard, I have to design a servo mount for up front. I have to build a pan hard link on there. I could use the pan hard link from the Phoenix kit like I did on mine, and engineer the links that way. Both route takes some drawing and some fab 3D printing. I'm going to 3D print rear cross braces anyway. Yeah, I think Gunnar is going to get 3-link with pan hard. Is it more or less work? It's probably less work to go 3-link with panhard. It's probably better performing to go servo on axle. I wonder if Gunnar has left here. Before I dismount that servo. Gunnar, if you're still here, weigh in with your options. I would love to hear your input on our dilemma. Time to swap to SolidWorks portion of the show. I know. I mean, either way, we got to design a servo mount to go up front. If I do that, of course, I can easily post those files for anybody who wants to do this themselves. And then everybody wins a little bit. They get some parts for free for the next time they want to do a VFD. That's what we should do, though, right? Gunnar has failed us on this build. How about designing specialty rod ends to make it work? Ugh. 3D printed rod ends. No, thank you. No, thank you. Let's move to class 1, releasing those molds. Oh, I don't know if I can do it in here without my heat gun and stuff. I don't know. Gunnar says servo and axle the world. Okay, we're going that way then. That means we're gonna have a little bit of engineering to do. Not much. We're gonna have to cut a piece out of carbon fiber, which I always enjoy. I do love me some fiber. So we're replacing that. Oh, we're gonna lose everybody when I open up Fusion. You guys hate Fusion. Hate it. At least this should be fairly quick. First time I caught this live, I'm in trouble now. So this is one of the simplest parts. So don't worry, this part of Fusion will not take us more than maybe 15 minutes. But you'll see roughly my thought process. While I do have CAD of the brazen chassis, it's of the V1, not the V2. So that won't be of as much help. But let's see what we got here. We're gonna pull this up for a moment. Loading. Time for bed snore. I know. Tony says Tinkercad is better. I will never let Tony live down his Tinkercad ways. So we basically know the height that I have to go up of this is like 10 minutes worth of work. So at least there's that. But I'll show you how I put the parts together, nest them quick, write the tool paths. So like this whole thing is maybe 20 minutes. I say that about everything. And then it takes, well, sometimes it takes 3, but 20 minutes stops 3 minutes later. So let me configure some stuff so you guys are looking at least something. I'm not just like making weird faces while I talk. Let's do There you have it. Oh. Pfft. All right. Let's see. Let me know if we're back. Hopefully that worked. Did you guys hear it? You good? Okay. Should have known that was going to happen. Even OBS is like, I hate this. I'm going away. Even OBS leaves when I start Fusion. Okay. So quickly, this is going to be uber quick. I've got the chassis in front of me. We don't really even need caliper level of accuracy here. We're going to just use straight edge ruler. We're going to pull some of these points. We got 38 and, well, do I even need that? Let's see. We're going to say that's 13 millimeters. 13 millimeters, probably a ½ inch. He probably designed this in American units. So we're gonna start from the front. C for circle, C for circle, L for line, X for construction. We're gonna draw some things like that. We're gonna throw another circle up here. Select it, hit X again. Then I'm gonna take and do slots. We love the slots. And a couple of those, about like that. We could even do a third if we wanted, just to be lazy. We're gonna grab all 3 circles. We're gonna hit equal. We're gonna grab this and equal, grab one of those and this guy. There we go. We're gonna call that 3 millimeters and it resizes all of it for us. We knew that here to here is 13 millimeters. And now, what? No butthead. Slots in Vegas. And then as I need about, let's grab my rod end, and I need to see about how high I need to go to clear my drive shaft on the chassis. And I'd say I need to be roughly 20 millimeters. Now, that would be 20. Big change. We'll do a say 4 millimeter. That's too much. We'll do 3 millimeter. And hit E for extrude. Select our profiles. And we'll probably do this out of 3 millimeter carbon. So something like that. Now, oh, missed a little section there. Edit, grab that guy. Just to be safe, actually, just to be safe, I'm going to take this. I'm going to make this 26. And we're going to do a few more holes down just because. Make them vertical and then make all of them the same as that and call it 6 mil, because then that one ends up at that 20 millimeter where I thought I wanted it the first time. Call these two equal and we'll make them construction lines. It's a big tall plate for nothing, but that's all we need for this plate. We could add style and holes and all that, but I don't need to, so I don't know why. Now, if I'm gonna like do this for machining, I'll take and I'll create a copy like that, I could do multiples if I wanted. You know, I guess if I wanted, I could select both of them, create a copy. Like these, maybe these are going to be handy to have. Hit OK, great. And then I'll go select the bodies, select all 4, create components from bodies. Then I'll go in and I'll hit arrange, select all 4. Since frame width 3 is fine, object spacing 8mm. This is so that I have enough room for my little CNC bit to get through everything. The sket, we'll put it on that face, and we'll say it's going to go in a 100 by 100 box. So it lays them out for me in an easy way. Then I can go to the manufacturing segment under setups, new setup, select the stock. I don't want any offset on top, side offset. I'll do 3mm, and that's it. Oh, I'll set up my, I need to set my, the way it's all set up on the machine. So orientation, I'll go select X and Y. X this one, Y this guy. I need to flip my X axis, the Y is proper. Stock point, I put in the top left corner on top of the material because that's where I set my tool offsets, if that matters to any of you. And hit OK. Yes, ignore the warning, just grab them all. When I do this, I'll come in, I'll do a drilling tool, come in, I go into the fusion, and in here I just hit 3mm, and I actually do milling tools, flat nose end mill. I don't actually use well, that's a bull nose, not bull nose, no. 3, that's because I clicked the wrong one. I need a flat end mill. So, and I don't use a 3mm end mill. I actually use a PCB cutter for this. So we're gonna, I don't actually use coolant, but it doesn't matter. Whole faces. I select one, then select all diameters, and then it clicks all of them for me. So, and that's got all my holes. So I'll go to here. Offset, I do -0.5, so it goes a 0.5 millimeter past the bottom, as you can see there. That way it just helps clean out the bottom of the hole. So that one's done. Then I'll go into 2D contour and select the bottom of all of these. I'll do the same on the offset. -0.5, so it'll cut a little further past. And at this point, like with 3mm carbon, oftentimes I'll do 2 passes down, and you know, I should here, I do low carbon steel roughing for my speeds and feeds when I'm doing carbon. I don't know necessarily that that's needed, but I do. Multiple depths, and I'll do, oh man, this is one of those ones. Maximum step down, I'll do 2mm. So it's, well, it actually shows that in 4 passes there. Little too deep. Why does it have, is my material not set up? Stock offset. I had 3mm offset on the top, not on the sides. That was my fault. So that's really all I would need to do for that. And then I could come in here and hit the simulate button, which is right there. Simulate with machine. So it'll come in and show me what it's going to do. And I can speed this up if I want. And then it cuts them out. So from here, I just hit the post process, and I'll do brazen risers and hit post. And now that's in my NC folder for me to go cut later. That's it. So now I just have to go put carbon on there and that's all for that. Now I'll cut them and they'll be done. I could 3D print them first to make sure that it fit. Would be a smart. So it was 3 minutes. Go cut it now. We will wait. No. Because I'm going to have to go get the carbon, put it on there, set my tool offset. If I don't think I have the carbon tool in, so change the tool, set my tool offset, do the carbon, cut it, bring it. Can you do that again except slower? No, because like suspected, the number of viewers, not too far. We were quick enough. But that doesn't mean that we can't get anything else done. I just have to cut that so that we can get that part of it going. I could, let's see if if I can get my noise suppression running, I can 3D print that fast enough that I can test fit with them while I build shocks. Let's see. NVIDIA broadcast. Let's just see. Okay, there's that. I'm going to try this and let me know. We're going to see if it drops out over and over. Okay, so we should be on NVIDIA broadcast now. Noise removal is on. If it starts acting up, I'll kill it and we'll move on. But since I still have this open, go back to design and why don't you print it, see if we can even hear. I mean, we could if we needed to. Save as mesh. I'm just gonna export this STO 3D printing file. Bring riser. Go riser. Should make 2 of those. Just for good measure. Slice now. All right. Audio is cutting out. Okay. Okay. It stopped cutting out. Did it stop cutting out when I turned it off, or I don't know how, like I haven't updated that, or after you export it came back. I think, isn't that okay? Turn it back on. Hold please. Okay. Before I turn it off. Okay, it's back on now. Let's just see what it does. I grabbed the SD card. Where did I put it? Right here. So, my audio was fine the whole time. All right, let's hope. Josh, do you use the glue every time you print on the preset? No, rarely, but I haven't cleaned it. I just leave it. Until shit doesn't work, I just leave it. All right. Now here's the test. I didn't see how long it said that was going to take. I can't imagine that's more than like a 15-minute print. Sorting files. I have too many files on this SD card. Oh, it's an 11-minute print. I won't even be able to get 2 shocks done in that time frame. So far, so good on audio. All right. Let's see. Shit. Okay. Yeah, let's see how far we can get on the shock before that's done. It does have to heat up too, so we got a minute. I'm just gonna jam Gunnar's shocks together. No green slime. We're trying to beat a 3D print for no reason. Hurry. There's a race that doesn't matter. Doesn't mean I'm still not gonna try. What slicer do I use? The Prusa slicer. I haven't found any slicer that I like better. Should I just try and build 2 shocks to see if I can beat it in 2? I think the answer is yes. Okay. Let's see. We got working on the first shock shaft. It's done. Oh, printer's preheated. What infill do I use for hard bodies? I don't print bodies. I don't like printed bodies. Not something I will run. So. It's doing its bed leveling. The 0.6 nozzle on that Prusa is what's really going to be the kicker for my time. That's what makes it go so fast. Okay, so that's on cap, O-ring, go. Let's grab some shock oil, 30 weight. All right. I got the O-ring on there. Can barely hear that printer. Well, that is the hope. The noise canceling should help, and even so, it's pretty quiet. But the first layer is the quiet one anyway, because it goes slower. Once it got to the second layer, it would be, the concern. 30 weight? Come on, bro. It's a comp truck, lightweight, and with SADs. So larger bore. Nice. Good, good. Ah, shit. Just realized I forgot to put the shock collar on first. Can't fit it over that bleeder screw. I I guess I could have just taken the bleeder screw out, but... do the SAD shock kits come with the +5, -5? No, those only come in the straight axle kits, or if you buy it, if you buy that tuning rod in separately. Okay, there's one. Let's put the shock collar on the other one. Get that in there. Oh, green slime first. Eight minutes to go. One more. Those big bubbles out. Okay. Where's my other cap? Did I only clip one cap off? No. I don't know where the other one went. Did I drop it? Oh well. Okay. Bleeder screw. We got a bleeder. What movie's that from? Franks and Beans. Okay. Something about Mary. Bing. Oh, I did only cut one off. There's the other one. Okay. I didn't lose it. I was just... My shock pliers go. How'd you get the beans over the frame? 6 minutes. I think we got it. Rod end on. Springs out. Okay, we got to put the rod end capturing screw on still. Oh, I got to put this rod end on. We're building no red cat. He's got a collared shirt on tonight. You know, after feeling so crappy yesterday and sick, I was like, you know what? I should put a collared shirt on today. It'll make me feel better. I think it did. All right. We gotta put the rod ends in still. What we got here? 5 minutes. Get. Josh, what are your thoughts about using Whatnot since you don't mind going live? I think I'm open to it. I'm just waiting to hear on reliability of payment of items, things like that. Okay, so let's pop rod ends in. And insert that way on this top rod end. Bottom rod end. Dump the RCs on there for cheap. I'm not trying to dump them for cheap. Just because I want a clean house doesn't mean I'm like one. Oh, we had 2 of them done, and we beat it by 4 minutes. So, not bad. Can we get another done in that time frame? I don't think so. That definitely seems like pushing it. Okay. Oh. We did the old E-clip thing. We about lost her. And clip another one of these. Clip that. Even the old Ripper? Nope. I'm not looking to sell everything. I'd still keep like my most important ones and the ones that are unlike anything else I have, you know. So that wouldn't be getting rid of everything. I'd still have a good collection, but I just have a lot of things that I'll never use or that you guys have never even seen on the channel. You know, it's just piles of RC cars that I have that are just absolutely unneeded and have just accumulated. You know, unless it's crawler based, you guys, I don't really put them on the channel. You know, yeah, you've seen, there's some cars that have made it onto the lives, like my Arma Limitless. That's only been on a live video, however. So it's just, you know, bashers and things like that I have that I don't drive anymore. You know, I think the only bashers that have ever been on, maybe my Outcast has been on in like a random vlog or something, but I don't even know if that's true. And if it was 5 years ago. A minute left. We're not gonna beat it. I forgot to put the freaking collar on. Do we still have the long wheelbase UMG 10? Yep, I do. That's one that I know I need to sell. Like, I know for a fact that's not one that I need. I should sell that. I should sell that and whatever. It's one of those projects that I think is cool, but in reality is not something so special to me that I need to keep. Jeremiah, what's going on? Well, I think that my van is on its last leg. The amount of problems it has is not worth the repair cost. Time to start car shopping. Yeah, that's a tough situation, especially like. Oh, it finished 2 seconds before I finished that shot. So we have our link risers there to test. Becky is supposed to be in the box with the honcho parts. Uh-huh. We still have one more shock to build. Like I said, we were racing for no reason. Yeah, that's... At least it's a better time now to car shop than it was 6 months ago. People aren't absolutely just ridiculous on used car pricing. So that is a bonus. We race because that's what we do. Crab cakes and football. That's what Maryland does. Movie? Truck market is still crazy. Interesting. I had not heard that any of it was still crazy. Wedding Crashers, RC, I got it. Boom. Used cars are still redonkulous. Not nearly as bad as what they were. I mean, a couple of us have been looking recently. It's like they've interest rates are high. Absolutely. The interest rates are stupid, but all right. And was a cap I was looking for? Yep, right there. And oh, where's my other little washer? Shoot. Ruh-roh. Is it stuck to anything? Did I drop it? It's likely that I dropped it. Well, that's fun. Is it in my lap? Not on the chair. Of course I freaking lost it. It's a good thing I wasn't racing on all 4 shocks. Put the shock collar on at least before I fling shit across the room. Well, for fuck's sake. Okay then. Do I have a rebuild kit here? Really? How would you say you managed that one? Quality work. God damn it. Okay. Okay. That's how you want to do it. This is check under the oil. Nope. We're going to go to Plan C, which stands for Plan CA, which is where you put a little dab of CA glue on this bad girl. And it will keep that thing in place, and you'll still be able to remove it. You can also use this if you ever burn the threads. Don't call it a comeback. You're welcome for that little tech tip. Let's call it a liquid rebuild kit. So, yeah. Check under my water. I'd be pissed if that was true. I think Gunnar's tapped out by now. He won't even know about that little tip, that little trick. We'll just mix them up with the other shocks. He'll never even know which one it was. Why are you drinking old people swinger juice? It's only swinger juice once you tip it upside down. Slingshot engaged. I don't know where that came from. Okay. I really wonder what I did, where that thing went, what it got stuck to, or where I knocked it off. The robot will find it tomorrow. We don't have a robot vacuum, just the robot litter box. Our vacuums are all human powered still. I'm starting to rethink this whole behind the class one thing. Gonna check them shocks. Let's see, all these trucks come with a 1,000-mile warranty, but it's from here, and I'm delivering it like 2,000 miles away, so sorry, but it will be expired. So make sure that I have all of my offset pivot balls in matching opposite directions. Okay. Good thing Oregon's only like 800 miles away. It depends. Did you ask for the extended warranty when I called you? Because most people just hang up. Okay. I always call, see if they want it when I sell the truck, but no one's ever taken me up on it. So let's bolt on some rear shocks first so we can keep this drive shaft from continuously falling out. That will get us a little bit closer. Baby shark doot doot doot. Have you been on YouTube for 10 plus years? I sure have. And that was my second channel. This is my second channel. The first one was before that for a number of years, but I rebranded and because my old channel had a silly name to it and I wanted everything to be under the Harley thing. So I rebranded to this channel, and that's been over 10 years ago. You could say I've been doing this for a while. My old original channel is still up. It's still with stupid videos on it. You can see me doing a 175 miles an hour on the interstate in my Hayabusa like a stupid 20-year-old. Idiot. Let's... spacers box. Let's see. I'm going to find it, Josh. It is called Bird Reynolds. Birdreynolds. Bird Reynolds. Spacers. And yeah, the statute of limitations is up on me, admitting that was me on the Hayabusa. Plus, that was in Mexico. Why bird? Dude, it's a really... So, it was in college, and I wanted to upload a video for something. And one of my good friends in college, also named Josh, I was just like, hey, I'm just gonna like upload it to your YouTube channel. Because we didn't use it as a YouTube channel then. It was just like literally a place that you could copy a link and send it to somebody, right? So I just did that. And then like every once in a while I would still upload a video to it, and he would too maybe. But then I kept doing it, and then finally it was to the point that it was like I basically had to just commandeer it. So I was just like, I guess I stole his YouTube channel, which was probably... I think I remember calling him. I mean, like, hey, I just gotta... I gotta keep that now. Don't look for it. All that comes up is... It's up there still. There's some other... poor videos up there. I think there's a video on there from when I was dating Nicole, and it's like spying on my girlfriend with an axial wraith or something. Stupid. I think there's some other ones up there. I think, yeah, from when I was dating other people. Yeah, long time ago. Nicole and I have been together for 12 years now, so some of those videos are like 13, 14 years old on that channel. So got our suspension on the rear dialed in, put in place. So we need to install these front risers first, so we can check I'm not going to put overly long screws in there for now. Jeremiah, thank you. I've been following you for 7 years now. I've seen Thick Boy Josh, somewhat Skinny Josh, and even the mustache days. I've enjoyed every minute. There's been some days, right? Oh, that might be our bigger problem. Does that hole line up? Oh yeah, sure will. Sure will. When you title a video "Nothing to See Here," you know you're going to see some smooth brain stuff. Yeah. Yep, that's my going too fast on the interstate video. That is definitely smooth brain stuff. That was my, what would that have been? Maybe a GoPro Hero, like Hero 2 days. That Hayabusa was gonna get me in trouble. That's why. My dream, but I do. Oh, I loved it. I absolutely loved that bike. Did you ever find out what the name of that other flat rail chassis you were I don't remember. Somebody knew what it was on the in there, but I don't remember personally. Okay. Wrist hurts. There's never a case of too much bike. Oh man. I mean, if there ever was, that Hayabusa was a hell of a contender for it. And after I did all the work to the motor, it was just even more of a thing like, yo, you're either going to kill yourself or get yourself in a lot of trouble. So, it's one of those things like you can just turn onto an on-ramp and bang 2 gears and you're doing like 140. I'm like, I'm doing 140 on a Tuesday morning on my way to work wearing slacks. Like, maybe this is a bad choice. So. And that's why. And honestly, I don't like to tell her this, but Nicole and I were riding one day, and I've told the story before, but we were riding one day, and something happened. The bike felt real loose on the back end. That was weird. We had been riding all day. And I looked in the mirror, and it was just smoke behind us. I was like, popped the motor. So I killed it. We coasted within like 150 yards of the house. And we had been riding all day. But what had happened is actually the drain plug came loose. I don't know how long it had been since I did an oil change. Probably not that long, but long enough that it finally just backed up and then oiled the rear tire. And that bike was so stretched and lowered, of course, that it was just like, it just, fishtailed around. I was just riding it in a turn. But it scared me because it happened with Nicole on the back. And I felt like I could have hurt somebody, specifically her, which would have made me feel so much worse because I kind of liked her. So it was like, and I actually rode it very little after that day until I sold it. So, and that was kind of the reason why I would have felt terrible. Right. So we got one side on with our riser. We're going to put the other side on and then put the other link on, and we'll see what we got. I don't think I've ever gotten my shovel head past 90. Getting the shovel head past 90 would be quite the experience. Josh, what was the name of your old channel again? Bird Reynolds. Bird like the bird, Reynolds like the man, or the aluminum foil. Where'd the other freaking riser go? It's probably with that shock O-ring. There it is. Huzzah. Josh, did you see the LSR Speedway is closing? I didn't. I've never been there. I've never been much of a racer, but it sucks when any RC thing closes down. Shovelhead past 90 is like a touring bike over 180 in my experience. Yeah. I don't know if I ever had... Oh, come on. There we go. I think I maybe had my Harley up to 100 once. But that was it. And it was just an 80-inch Evo. You need a dual sport supermoto. Let's go. Oh, Gunnar, I know. Oh, I would love a sumo, but I shall not. I shall not own a motorcycle in California. And that's my own rule. Let's see. Come on. Why not in California? Because of the way people drive here. And I'm just not kidding. Like, it's so insane that it feels like you're in a different world. Where's my light? That looks like it's lining up. Totally safe. You can even split lanes in California. Disagree. Lots of people in California here in Arizona, they suck at human. Dude, it's so bad. It's unbelievable that that they're not in prison. There we go. A little force is all it takes. That's why you got to live up here in the country, except we still have those things that, yeah, Dawson, but I still have to come back down here to work. And there's no way that I can have a bike and not ride to work. What's the saying? With age, get a cage. Oh, died. What are we? 9:03 already. Not that old yet. I know. But I'd like to be one day. Oh, no, it didn't die. I had the lock on. Like it hit second gear, though. Why is the Tundra on the floor? Tundra? That is a cliffhanger, and that is for this build. I do not have a Tundra with a trike. I will not ride a trike on the road. That is also not for me. If I'm going to ride a open, it's going to be a regular. As much as I like trikes, it'd have to be pretty. I can't imagine one I would actually. Dash cams are an absolute necessity. I need to get a dash cam so badly. Not only just for like insurance and things like that reasons, but for the day-to-day things I see in California. Like, wish I had that on dash cam. Okay. Go. Done and doner. You know what I didn't do? I didn't leave the servo in there to see if they were going to be long enough. We freaking nailed it. Oh, that makes me feel good. That is much success right there. At full stuff. That's the type of clearance we built in. That's when it drops down. And it won't even go that far down. It'll be like right in there. Oh, it's freaking perfect. I don't know that I could have. I wish that I could say like that was that close on, and I'm that good. But that's like a halfway between ridiculous luck and calibrated eyeball. I'll be patting myself on the back all the rest of the night. I mean, Jesus. I didn't even have to adjust the rod end at half a turn. Not bad for some links I had in the bin, you know, after I measured with specialty tools and confirmed with a link measuring device, and then I don't know. Maybe it'd be one of those things if I didn't get it right after all that, I'm not worth my own tools, or what? Okay. We're going to put the shocks on this. And we're going to throw some spacers in it too. Okay. Where's my spacer box? Okay, spacers. So we're at full stuff right now. So we should place our shocks at full compression. That'll put them about right there. Yep. Is this still on? Yes, Matt, it's still on because we're getting things done for Gunnar. I'm doing things for Gunnar so that we're able to both still get beef jerky. You're welcome. Thank God for me. Keep fighting the good fight. All right. So we've got a half-ass level of engineering truck already. Some 3D printed stuff. We're gonna do this. The wheels and tires on it even. I need to measure for cross braces and design up some stuff for that. I 3D printed my own from before. Go away, I'm comping. Okay. I was mentioning we need the wheels and tire bag because I believe that our wheel nuts are in here. Yes. Okay. We're going to make a small incision on this bag so that we can get just the wheel nuts out, so I can leave the rest of the screws in there with the wheels and tires. Couldn't imagine the Hayabusa. Had a 600 Katana and a 600 Ninja. I thought they were fat. Yeah, the Hayabusa was so comfortable too. It just you sat down in it. I could ride that thing. I would ride it to Omaha on the weekends. And that's 200 miles. But I could make it to Omaha in like less than 2 hours with a fuel stop. Oh, Gunnar's wheel's gonna fit? Nope. Not with those brake weight things he's got on there. Sorry, Gunnar, we're taking those off. We're gonna put some 350s on it because I put knuckle weights on for you. 200 miles on our R1 and I was ready to quit biking for it. That was that Hayabusa was such a touring bike. You can just get on it and go. 200 miles felt like nothing. I always find that I get where I'm going a lot faster when I'm on my bikes. Yeah, like 100 miles an hour on a motorcycle feels like 60 in a car. Like it just felt like cruising. Like you didn't feel out of control. You didn't feel like you were going fast. You just felt like 100 miles an hour. You could just ride at that, and it just felt normal. But you do 100 miles an hour in a car, like you feel like you're moving. You know, you're watching. You got a lot to handle. You know, that Hayabusa didn't start to feel fast until like 140. It just yeah. Busa's a monster. You can eat so much road in no time. It's yeah, really. It just you can pass so easy. Never stop. Yeah. And that's one of the things, like on a bike, like you need to go faster than traffic because traffic doesn't see you. So unless you're moving a little bit faster and you're taking that aggressive way, just in like, I don't want to hang out in anyone's blind spot too long. I don't want to be anywhere where I'm not in control of what is going to be beside or in front of me, especially behind you. Boosted did 85 in first gear and it wasn't stressed even a little. I think mine was right around 80. Like mine would do right about 80 in first gear and it was pretty much, pegged. I don't remember if I went down a tooth. I might have went down a tooth on the sprocket or on the pinion, front sprocket, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, that was the thing with those bikes. It's just to go too fast. Three, four. My top speed on a bike was 200 at the Honda Proving Grounds. Took the car up to 220 and was promptly thrown out despite being called. I never did 200 on the bike. Hit at 186 speed limiter a number of times, but that was it. Okay, we're going to be in pretty good shape. Yeah, all I'm going to have to, well, we got electronics to do. That's probably going to be another Friday night deal. But we'll throw electronics in here. Hopefully I can reprint some of my body mount crossmember stuff. I can't hop on my bike and keep it under triple digits. I haven't been in it in a week. I can see that. You're going to make me wait another week? You're welcome, Matt. This will not get us jerky. The fact that we got this far tonight, I mean, honestly, I'm impressed with myself, which happens regularly, but still. You know how easy or how hard it is to be this impressive all the time? I don't even know what to do with myself some days. Okay, and now we need to put a 350 hub on this one too. I got a roller together minus transmission during this stream. Was a custom truck. Just saying. Okay. I didn't have to build this transmission either, so we got pretty close. What do you mean, Josh? Chore being is awesome. Other than taking Gunnar's wheel weights out here. We did have, and I didn't have to build his wheels and tires. I don't know what these wheel weights are. They use M3 threads rather than the proper 440 threads, so it's hard to say what they came from for sure. So put that in there. Oh, we should probably throw Moose Jaw's body on top of here, see what she's going to look like in the end. I've been cleaning since getting home from freedom training. Nice. Cleaning I need to do. So much cleaning. Organizing, purging, the shops, the freaking shops. That's That's got to change. Okay. Okay. Is Gunnar going to comp with us this weekend at Folsom? Oh, I don't believe so. No, not with this truck at least. This isn't going to be ready in time. I mean, it could if I really hoofed or cut corners. I mean, the wiring wouldn't be that bad. Ooh, yeah, Gunnar wants to see his Camtech body. We should bust that out. We're going to put this wheel hub back on, and then we'll grab those bodies. We'll put the cliffhanger body on top of this and show off the dueling F1 parody theme Camtech banger body. Right. There we go. We got 4 wheels and tires, a drivetrain. Everything looks like it's where it needs to be. Should be good. Ooh, it feels good. It's spongy, but it's because the chassis is moving. Doesn't have the cross braces in there. Once we got those in there, it'd be good shape. So, first up, the body for this one. She'll sit about like that there, right at the front of the chassis, right at the back of the chassis. Bob's your brother's mother. And here is Honda Harley Red Bully. The wrong half of a donkey. And then Hall & Oates Satisfied Jerky. And then the other side, Matt's McLaren themed McCarran Scale Builders Guild. Don't dilly. Oh, you got a moose jaw on the front there. Moose job number 89. That's pretty good right there. And the fact that it's for a 3-wheeler makes it infinitely better. Infinitely better. So, I'd say we had an ultra productive stream. The fact that this guy is together, that the suspension and the clearance with that servo is freaking perfect. I seriously can't believe that. I should... It's absolutely perfect. Like, I have meters of clearance. Are you gonna I'll 3D print some mounts that work as cross braces and give me body post mounting locations. Keep it super simple, super easy. I actually designed them up for this chassis, for the V1. I should be able to reprint those. I bet this spacing up top is the exact same. I'll be able to just, what's the have a cell block. Let's there we go. Ah, shoot. So tear. £0. So it has the servo in, no motor, wheels, tires, knuckle weights. Here's the body. 4 pounds, 15 ounces. So we got the team spec motor to add to it. We have the ESC and the wiring kit for the ESC. We have the receiver it needs. It's about it. Battery and then cross braces. Cross braces shouldn't be too much, but that's at 5 pounds, 4 ounces. So, hey, Anthony Benatti, thank you very much. Hey, new two crawler here. Have mostly 1/5 FG, Evo, Losi 5T, Baja 5P Race Expert. I have a mini mill and lathe and multi-process welder. Would like best bet to start for a speedrunner crawler. Ooh. That is one thing that I do like, but if you mean more like running behind it for speed, the axial bomber is your way to go. You know, it's like technically you could maybe kind of take a rift into that. The problem is that the bomber is getting a little old. So it can be a little bit harder to find parts for, and that's the part that makes it a little bit hard to like recommend. But it's still in a spot now where you can still find the parts, you can still find good aftermarket for it, and it's the best car for it. It's like the 5K car, you know, like they do 5K races out here with the bombers, or with anything, and the bomber is the dominant car. So that's what I would go with. You know, the Rift is the more current one, but the way that the suspension's set up and how the transmission is and all that, I would still absolutely say bomber all day. You're gonna have to upgrade some things, but in the end, the bomber is what I would choose. So I love my bomber. So when I do the great purge of 2023, the bomber is one of my cars that will stay. 2-speed Rift, no 2 speeds. 100% for sure, no 2 speeds. Get a good brushless system, no need for a 2-speed, no need for all the mechanical issues or probability of issues that come along with the 2-speed. Keep it simple and lighter, simpler. It's the way to go, especially for like that type of running. 100%, I would just say stay away from all that. Like unless you were going to go to Rift and rip that transmission out, go with a standard 3-gear with a custom, you know, skid plate and all that. How do you feel about the Yeti? Hard pass. Don't go with a Yeti. There's not a lot of real solid IFS front solid axle rear cars. And they're not that there ever was. The Yeti was not a great one. Oh, missed a super chat. Sorry, Perry G. Where in the world? That must have been a minute ago. Or it didn't come through. I don't see it, Perry G. I'm going to my... Never popped up. Yeah, last one says, it says, be a man, let Nicole sell it. That's super weird. Oh, thanks again, Anthony Benoit. But yeah, find a bomber and go that route. There's tons of good stuff for it. It's the way I've got. I think my last series on it was like my ultimate bomber thing. And that's still the way that I would do it. Casey Crow, I missed yours too. Let me go check. Oh, I did miss yours. I see that. Thank you. Casey Crawler, thank you. Draw me up a tunnel trans and floor pan for VFD twin while you're in there. See? I apologize. But Perry G, I don't have one. It does not show me one. I have a Shelf Queen Yeti, thanks to Josh. I mean, that was a nice Yeti for a Yeti, right? Bomber with Vanquish axles. Yeah, you put the V2 axles under there, they're going to be bomb proof. So yeah. But we did things tonight. We built a truck, mostly. We got some cross braces to print. We got some things like that. Do you have your bomber to show? Not in here. I do. It's in the garage though, and dirty because Matt crashed it. So have a few repairs to do after Matt's escapades with it. But we've got a U4 race coming up here before too long. And I need to get that all buttoned up and ready to go because I need to race it in the upcoming event. It's going to be a good time. I'm going to race a Phoenix and my bomber. Going to be a blast. So there we go. We did things. I'm going to call it actually because I'm going to go demold my fender in the garage. Fingers crossed that thing comes out of the mold well. Let's hope. So that's all for tonight. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for hanging out. It was a good night. We'll see you soon. Monday news. Well, hopefully there'll be Monday there will be a comp video. That's my hope. Can we watch the demold? No, because there could be a lot of blood and I could have to run away. And I have to do it in the garage, the heat gun and all that, and I don't really have a way to transfer. So good night all. Hit the like button on your way out. Yes, thanks, Moose Joe. Later, guys.